everyone, I'm Holly. Welcome to the Pack and Chat part 2. And we got some snow last night, so I don't know if you can see very well out the window behind me, but everything is very snowy and beautiful and cheerful. I'm really excited to start packing the rest of the orders on the Pack and Chat, and I've had a few come in, so thank you so much for those as well. Something very important before I get packing orders today. If you are a small business owner, take note that you need to get your beneficial ownership information report done. It is important. It is got some hefty fines if you don't get it done. So be sure to check the description box down below. I will add a link or two. Mine's done already, and I posted about it on Instagram quite a while ago, and just people don't know about this. It's important, and people don't know about it. I think the fine is like $500 a day, no maximum. I believe some jail time was thrown out there, so, let's get this done. Let's get that report out. You need to do it. I didn't even know about it until like May of this year. That's something that has been in operation since like 2021, but this is our year to take care of business. If it hadn't have been for my friend sending me an email that was like, hey, have you heard about this? She's not even a small business owner, but she heard about it, sent it to me, and I'm like, this is just off the wall and weird. Never heard of it, but it's real. So do what you got to do. Take care of business. And while I'm on the subject of things you got to do your alt text. Use accessibility.com to assist in having your website fully accessible. I'm sure there's a lot more, but those are the important ones for today. So let's get started. Let's pack these orders. Okay, so this first order is going to my friend Delaney in Alaska. Thank you for your order, Delaney. And we've added a little bit more onto this order. I'm going to try to get it into this 964 box. Shipping to Alaska, even though I'm in Montana here in the Northwest, it's still quite expensive. So definitely go, as always, with the smallest box as possible. So we're going to put in, let's see, we have falling snow and a snowy pines. We have an alpine apple, which I just love. And we have gilded and wild berry blizzard. So let's get those. Let's see. You put there. I can put you there. All right. So the rest is wax melts. Let's see if I could just reorganize these to make a little flatter bottom here. I think we'll do that, and I'll add a little bit of shred in on the edges. Very good. So we have here an iced ginger snap wax melt. I was so excited to come back out and get my Nomi going again with the I'll Be Home scent. Adore it. We have Snow Kissed and Wild Berry Blizzard wax melt snowflakes. And those are very flat, so I just stack them on top of each other just fine. That's actually fairly flat there too. So let's not put very much shred. We have peppermint vanilla bulbs. So cute. We have 2 of the eggnog cream. Now, I could potentially make some more of this. You'll have to let me know. We may be getting too close, but I could potentially make a little bit more here soon. Now, because I have so much stock left, I am planning to do a Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. So be on the lookout for that. I don't normally do that. Thanksgiving has always been like our main holiday in our family, but now that we're up here in the camper and we don't have a real oven, it's not quite as big of a deal right now, so it's not like this long weekend of cozy and activities. So we'll probably do that sale and see if we can move some stuff. So I'm going to put in a winter break and a cranberry huckleberry. So the winter break is wax, cranberry huckleberry is soap. And I just want to make sure my eggnog fella here is safe. So maybe I'll squish that. So I'm sure you've heard me in these videos say my friend Delaney, my friend Jill, my friend Irene, etc. These are people I've just met through soap making and through the business, and so that's really cool to be able to say these are my friends. We're gonna sit this one up on the end. So this is how this one is looking. I'm not going to close this one up because I do need to go work up a new invoice to send her for the extra goodies and check adjustments on shipping, etc. So this one's not quite done, but I'll set it aside. Okay, so this order is going to Tawny you're in Pennsylvania, aren't you? I'm pretty sure you're in Pennsylvania. Yep, Pennsylvania. So this is going to Tawny. And thank you so much for your order. What have I done here? I guess these are split in two. That's fine. They still go in and do the same job. So I'm just putting in my bubble paper. And then my tissue. Alright, so we have some scrubs. We have the peppermint, vanilla, and the winter mittens. I'm gonna need my winter mittens later, that's for sure. We have a couple of the figgy cream scrubs. We are going to try very hard to get some more tongue and groove insulation, waterproofing purlins up the roof today. Supposedly, we possibly have a atmospheric river. We have a windsong pine. And so we may get more snow, and even if we could just get 4 foot up, it would help with what snow is coming in. So that's the only thing of the roof that is critical right now, is just to finish that last quadrant getting up there. And so my husband went out and blew the snow off because it was a light powdery snow. So he got that blown off. So we shouldn't have any problems aside from that it's cold, but we put all the logs up last year in the cold and we were fine, so we'll keep a trucking. But my job is to cut and hand up the tongue and groove to the guys. So my husband and son will start getting up on the roof, and then I've got to get, my job is to get the 16-foot tongue and groove over to the saw. The measurement changes every single time. So then I do that, and then I see people moving this way. And then I have to lift it up, which really isn't that big of a deal until they get really high, and then I have to climb a ladder with these long boards, and it's really kind of a pain. I'm not sure this is all gonna go in here. I see we have another scrub, eggnog cream. We'll put that there, and then we have the menthol steamers. So we're gonna put that there. I mean, we might, let me change how I do that. We're going to put in a birch scented wax melt clamshell. These have sold quite a bit this time. I've had them in stock for a while, but they're really starting to move along. So I'll put that like so. Alright, so now, oh good. I don't know if my husband was running a generator or running the mower that he had to move or what, but there was something running there for a while. They don't ever think that noise translates clear here into the shed with my Rode mic, but it often does. So we have Winter Garland Wax Melts and Snowy Pines. And we also have the Alpine Apple. I love this one with the yellow and red and the 2 greens. So good. Let's see. That. We have a I'll Be Home Wax Melt Bar. That's what I've just gotten started in my Nomi back here again. Yeah, this is gonna work. And then we also have the Snow Kissed in the Winter Mittens. All right, let's see. Maybe we'll go this. It's getting tricky right here. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna add just a little bit of this shred because it's a little bit uneven and wobbly. Let's go give it a little bit more weight from this direction so it's not too lopsided. These scrubs are heavy, so it's going to be a little heavier on this side. And then, let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, we'll just put those steamers right there. Let's move things over actually just a smidgen. Well, it doesn't have as much room there. Alright, I'm going to go back to like so. That'll work. This room spray is sitting up a little bit, so it's a bit bumpy. But that will work. Did I get everything this time? I do believe so. Going to put in the Winter Break Wax Melt sample and the Cranberry Huckleberry soap sample, the packing slip, and my card. And then what I do is I always go and record what samples I sent to the customer. I have just like an Excel document that I keep going. And then I will do the postage. Okay, so this order is going to Sonia in Alabama. Thank you for your order, Sonia. And I have a 764 here. I bet it's warm enough in Alabama to put a roof on, isn't it? I am happy about the snow because I feel like it makes it feel warmer. So I think it'll be easier to work out there today. And I also love that we get a lot more sunshine. Like we get a lot of snow, but the sun shines a whole lot more. So it is just bright and brilliant, and my eyes love this like whole like photo white box that I'm in. I love it so much. We're gonna put in an eggnog cream sugar scrub. I love it so much. Before, it's just been like the most dreary weather. So we got a bunch of snow last night, a couple inches, not a bunch, but a lot more than we've had. And now we have the prettiest blue skies today. We have Bad Rock and Winter Peach. And then we also have a figgy cream. Love it. So I've been thinking a lot about Thanksgiving because that's coming up next week in the US for all us peeps. And I am just so excited about it. It's not very monumental. We don't get together with family. Right now we can't even host anybody. We'll probably have my uncle over next year if we're in the cabin, hopefully. I do get that question a lot. So does this mean you'll be in the cabin by Christmas or whatever? No, we're building it ourselves. we've been in process for over a year. We did have that little drought there because we had some issues, but now we're back to it. But we still have to put on the roof. We got to finish at least getting this main part done, and then we'll have to do metal. We have to finish building the side that goes from the log to the roof. We have to finish the gable window side log to the roof on the other side, and then doors and windows, and then it'll be pretty much dried in. But there's a process still. We got a lot going on even still. I'm going to put in a falling snow soap sample. Okay, a little bit more shred here, and my packing slip and card, and then this one will be ready to go. But it's fine. We can do another winter like this. We have an end goal, and there's progress, and that's really the important part. But once we can get this roof on and trying to get it dried in at the very least, it'll make the inside stuff so much easier. Okay, so this order is going to Carrie and Abrielle in Florida. Thank you so much for your order. And we have a bunch of fun goodies here. We have a Snow-Kissed room and linen spray. And Snow-Kissed is our winter candy apple type of a fragrance. And we have Winter Mitten Scrub. Now this is formerly known as Snow Angel. And we have a Peppermint Vanilla Scrub. So good. Let's see how I want to do all of this. We have a Falling Snow and Alpine Apple Soap. And we have a Wild Berry Blizzard Soap. Let's see, let's put that there. Put the room and linen spray. I always like to kind of get it down in there in the bottom, and so then the rest is just wax melts. So we have Cranberry Huckleberry and Peppermint Vanilla. These are little bulb shaped. I like to do a rainbow version, and I always called it Plum Crazy Lights. And I just did not have access to that fragrance. So many of the fragrance have just either disappeared. They don't really meet my standards anymore now that we're all doing this whole clean and phthalate free and Proposition 65 compliant. Now that we're getting to know that information, some have kind of dropped off of my really want to work with list. So, but some of them just plain are gone now. We have Wild Berry Blizzard Wax Melts and the Winter Mittens Wax Melts. It goes like that. So then the Winter Garland and the Peppermint Vanilla. We have the I'll Be Home Wax Melt Bar, and I tell you what, I am taking Nomi inside after I am done with these pack-in chats. I need that in there. I also think I'm going to make a candle. I was wondering, is there something people want to see? I'm not an expert on candles. I do not do extensive testing because I just use them for my own use. So it would come with a disclaimer, but if you want to watch me make that, let me know. Although I may backtrack. I probably have it done long before this video goes up because I really do want that scent. So we'll see. I may just plan on doing a video. We had the Eggnog Cream went in there as well. I'm going to put in the Cranberry Huckleberry Soap again and the Winter Break wax melt sample. And then this one will be off to Florida. I'm actually combining a couple of different ones here. A lot of the pack and chats were combinations as well, so I have a little work to do at the end just to check how much was spent on shipping, how much I need for shipping, and then refund the excess minus my fees. Because I do pay fees on the shipping amount just the same as I do on the amount of the actual product. As I've been talking to the camera this whole time, I've cleaned all these soaps and the camera wasn't on. So I'm just cleaning some tallow soaps. I only need 3, but I thought I'd just clean up the rest of the batch that I hadn't done yet. So my husband built this planer for me. I've had it for quite a long time. Did I get that side? Yeah, I think I did. So I had everything cleaned up except for the tallow soap bars. I didn't get everything cleaned up. So I just run them across the planer. And I like to bevel them as well. So I just have my handy dandy OXO Y veggie peeler that I have used since I started this whole soap making process. It's been a handy little contraption. And so I'm just going to give it a bevel on all the edges, and I'll still have to come back and wipe them down. Okay, so now to wrap, I just use these deli sheets, and I like the Kraft for the natural soaps. Not much to it. Goes pretty quickly. Sometimes I get like, oh my goodness, this is going to take just about forever. And then I'm like, just one bar at a time. Just kind of let your mind stop, let your mind wander away. And then next thing you know, it's done. And it's like, okay, well I guess we'll start the next batch then. Alright, so now I just need to get the labels on. And I see that my printer decided to feed it a little bit weird. I go ahead and use them most of the time because if I don't, I would throw away so many labels. Okay, we are back in business. This order is going to Melinda in Florida. Thank you so much for your order, Melinda. And I hope you were okay from the hurricanes that went through. I was going to send you an email after Milton, and then I was like, is that creepy that I'm like thought of you and wanted to send you an email to make sure you were okay? I hope you wouldn't think that was creepy. Ultimately, I decided not to use my business to do something like that, but I was thinking about you. I was hoping that you were all right. So we have peppermint, vanilla, and cranberry huckleberry scrubs. I have a 1075 here. Did I say that? We have 3 sprays here. We have cranberry butter, which is oh so good. I planned to make a wax melt, but that didn't end up happening. We have Windsong Pine, and then we have Snow Kiss. We also have Figgy Cream in the regular and Winter Mittens. together in this one.
So we have a fresh snow sea salt soap and a peppermint sea salt soap. We're going to put those hanging out together. We have 2 citrus spice tallow based soap with goat milk. That's what I just was fixing up. We have 2 of the frankincense, and this one's made with goat milk and also colloidal oatmeal. We have a mint tallow soap, and then we also have an O Tannenbaum essential oil soap. I'm not sure if I've shown this one yet, but this one is an essential oil blend of fir needles, cypress, frankincense, orange, and cinnamon. It's really nice. It's really nice. Real nice. So my husband got a call this morning from the post office. Well, my husband was gone last week. We didn't want to run all the way down the road to our alternate post office because our local one has a very grouchy old man that works there, and we avoid him at all costs. But we had to go ahead and just get it done. So my son ran packages up there last Wednesday. So the first round of orders left our closer post office, which was like 10 minutes away. We're going to put in winter garland wax. We have 2 of the I'll Be Home wax. And so my son, he just had a couple of those bags worth, and of course you get the printout, so all they have to do is scan it. And then it gets loaded on the truck to go into Kalispell. Well, he was mean and grouchy to my son, and my kid did not do anything. He's not a kid. He's a kid. He's still a teenager, but not for much longer. He is a nice looking fellow, super respectful. I mean, I just wanted to just like hug him up because he's just so awesome. And it makes me mad that the guy did not treat him kindly. We have 2 of the coffee latte. Because apparently latte, it doesn't have to be coffee. Because it kind of seemed redundant at first. And then I looked it up and it was like, latte doesn't have to be coffee. So I did go ahead and call it the coffee latte. Oh, it fits perfect. Isn't that nice? I'm going to tuck in a Snowy Pines soap and a winter break wax melt sample. So anyway, my husband got home from his trip and we took a load of packages last Friday, and my husband just mentioned it to them there at our awesome post office, the one you will see in maybe. I haven't looked at the clip yet to see if it worked out, the going to the post office clip, but if so, this is the awesome post office in Kyla, Montana. It's just amazing there. Anyway, apparently they have a new boss, and so they recommended we speak with them. So he did call my husband this morning, and so hopefully that'll be remedied and we can go a lot closer to home. Especially in the winter when the roads are bad. We don't always want to drive 25 minutes down the road to go to the post office. Okay, so this next order is going to Sam in California, and this is a gift for Sam. So I'm doing things a little different. I have a bigger card here. I feel like I could have done a little smaller logo there, but it is what it is. So I have the card. So I have filled, I've filled this one out a little bit different because we're not going to put in the packing slip on this one. So we have a fig. I didn't even do my things, I don't think. We have a figgy cream spray and a snow kissed spray, and we're just going to get those put into a baggie together. going to put in a cranberry huckleberry and a wild berry blizzard soap. We have a snowy pines and a mountain huckleberry. And then we have a smells better than death. And oh, it does smell so good. I love that one so much. So we are going to put in a little bit of shred to give the sprays a bit of a nice ride. Gonna put in a chunky gilded soap sample. Put in the card, and then this one is going to be off to California. Okay, so this order is going to Chantel in Maryland. Thank you so much for your order, and I was so excited to see that they bought some of the Halloween things. So we had poison apple, which is winter candy apple type, was just for my, oh boy, did I do this right? And then so that's the winter candy apple type. I just called it poison apple because I'd made the soap for something else and then it turned out gnarly, and so I just ran with the theme. And then this one is Oh Bite Me. These are bubbling bath salts. We have a poison apple scrub, so that was the last of that one. And then an eggnog cream scrub. We shall see here. We have 2 of the menthol steamers. Those won't stand up. So I don't think there's any other way to work this. So we're going to upgrade the box. All right, so I went with a 1075. So back in with the bubbling bath salts, and we're going to put in the 2 steamers. We have the 2 scrubs will fit on this end just so. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot better. I'm gonna put the 2 soaps down in. So it's just it's gonna be a hint big still, but that was, the other was a 964 and this is a 1075. I think that's why I went through so much shred with my last release. These jars take up a lot of space. So we have a peppermint salt soap. Did I even show that it was a bad rock soap and a mint tallow soap? I can't remember if I even showed those. So I have 3 more to go after this. I see my son is on the roof and Tongue and Groove is being installed. So I'm expecting a text very shortly. All right, let's see. I'm going to put in an O Tannenbaum sample, soap sample, and put in a falling snow. And then this one will be off to Maryland. At least it won't have to go south, although it probably will go south, won't it? I have an order that got to Billings, Montana a couple of days ago and nothing else has happened, so I don't know. Okay, so this order is going to Jessica in Texas. Thank you so much for your order, Jessica. Double checking that yes, it was Texas. And Jessica loves the tallow soap, so I'm very excited for that. We have 6 of the frankincense ones. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the fresh snow sea salt soap to make sure that it's, that's kind of, okay, it will slide in there. Good, good, good. We're going to put in an O Tannenbaum essential oil soap and the mint tallow soap. Exciting times. We have an Oh Bite Me bath salts. We have eggnog cream scrubs, and I have a fun idea for sugar scrubs for December or possibly beginning of January time. I am scheming. We shall see. Let's see. We still have room to put some stuff down in here. I'm going to put in 2 of the winter peach. Did I say I was combining orders? I can't remember if I said that. I'm going to put in an alpine apple. And then we have 2 of the cranberry huckleberry. I don't love the art I have on this one. I just don't feel like it adequately represents it, but I don't know. I don't know. I was starting to run out of steam on my label design, so it was a lot of labels to create. Alright, let's see. We've got some wax still, so hopefully those are going to fit on the top. These 3 should. So we have an eggnog cream. What is there? Why do I have so much shred there? I can do something else. So I'm going to put in an alpine apple. And then the eggnog. We have an iced ginger snap. And I made myself a candle in that. And I had that burning this morning. Oh, so good. Such a happy one. And then we have the Snow Kiss. So, yay. There we go on this one. Just enough room for some samples. I'm going to put in a Snowy Pines and a Winter Break. I checked my phone. I'm starting to get jumpy. I heard a buzz, but it was my imagination apparently. Waiting on that text to come work. It would be fun if I could get the last 2 done, however. Okay, so this order is going to Tamiko in Chicago. Thank you so much for your order. I'm going to put in 2 of the eggnog cream whipped soap scrubs. I just lost so much time. Oh my goodness. 2 peppermint vanilla scrubs. Because I thought my count was off on the frankincense soap. And so I was freaking out a little bit. And I was double checking the counts on others to see if all the snow is coming off of the shed roof now. Anyway, to see if I mixed it up. My counts are right on all the other things. And I'm like, what in the world? And my daughter came out for a minute and she's like, is it possible you misplaced a few bars? And I'm like, well, no, where else I'm going to put them? I stood here and I watched it. And I had 3 bars mixed in with next to the samples. So there they were. Whew, I was stressing that just a little bit. You know what? We don't need quite that much. Maybe I'll do, I think I'll just put a piece of bubble paper down there instead. So we have 2 of the frankincense. I was stressing that one. 2 of the mint tallow soaps. Oh yeah, that's still fine. We have a citrus spice and it smells better than death. Put those over there. And then we have 4 of the wax melt. So we have 2 of the eggnog cream and we have 2 of the peppermint mocha. Now, it'll probably be too late, possibly. I don't know. I didn't really sell the odds and extras with my last release. So, But with the first pack and chat, it probably is coinciding with the odds and extras going on the website. So I'll have some more eggnog cream, some more peppermint mocha. I just pulled some back, just in case I have counted wrong or packed wrong. And then at the end, I'm like, ooh, my counts are right. So nice. So we're going to put in the winter break wax melt samples. And then I think I will slide the Alpine apple soap sample there. And then this one is going to be off to Chicago. I have one more to go. Okay, so this is the last one, and it is going to Ashley and Rebecca in California. Thank you so much for your order. We're going to put in a cranberry huckleberry and a winter, I feel like I'm not saying the N, a winter mittens sugar scrub. And Ashley and Rebecca have Aussies. And you know, my Maverick is a mini Aussie, and so we bond over their digestive issues. Aussies seem to have a situation with that. We can give our pups pumpkin every day. A couple of snowy pines there. We have a winter peach and wild berry blizzard. They're the best though. I really feel like Aussies are the best. We have a citrus spice tallow and an alpine apple. Not sure whether I'd have another Doberman. I love Dobermans. They're fiercely loyal. But, I mean, if Ripley lives a long time, then I'll definitely reconsider it. Because, you know, Riggs died on his 4th birthday, and that was not an easy thing to deal with. Ripley actually needs, I think it's his ACL. He actually needs surgery. So we've been trying to get some cash worked out for that, because that's pretty expensive. We don't have pet insurance, and we kind of can't do it right now because that would be like a pre-existing scenario. So we were trying to get, as mentioned in the first video and the last pack and chat, trying to get the financing situated on the cabin so that we could recoup some cash, and then Ripley can have his surgery. But the vet said we probably won't do the surgery until the weather is nice next year. So the poor guy's on painkillers. We're going to put in a falling snow and a mint. And he does pretty good. Sometimes at night he doesn't feel like he can get into the camper. My husband had to carry him in the other day. But as long as he stays pretty calm, he's usually okay, and we give him some other supplements and stuff. So, but Aussies, oh my goodness. Although I'm not sure if I could get an Aussie as amazing as my Aussie. Surely so, right? Surely. But it was so funny. I was talking about this the other day. So anyway, we were talking about this the other day. I have never wanted to have really high ceilings in my home. So my forever home was not going to have high ceilings. I didn't want to have to worry about heating it and cooling it, etc. So fast forward, we're building this cabin with the highest ceilings. Literally the highest ceilings. So I think they're 20 some feet high from the living room floor clear up to the tippy top. So the good news is it's well insulated. We're well insulated. But I also never wanted a super floofy dog. I have the floofiest dog. And I didn't want a dog that I would have to, well, it's kind of, there's no real delicate way to talk about it, but clean his booty thing and trim his butt curtains. I never wanted a dog like that, but that's the dog I got. So it's been interesting, but I do love an Aussie. They are so amazing. So they seem to have gone ahead without me. So they're going to get enough tongue and groove up that then they're going to be ready to do waterproofing, insulation foam, and then the purlins. And I'm not even going to be needed for like another hour and a half. So I don't know what I think about that. But I got the orders packed up. I do still have 4 pending, but all the Packin' Chats are packed up. Thank you so much for your orders. Thank you for your Packin' Chat requests. It does make me feel very special and well loved with all of your lovely notes. Be sure to check out the products at MoRiverSoap.com. I'd love to pack up some orders in the following days. Keep your eye out for a Black Friday to Cyber Monday sale. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll probably go outside, but I'm going to sign off just in case I don't get a lot of extra stuff done. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. All right, so it is now actually the next day. I wasn't able to come out and help yesterday, but the guys got most of that bottom layer done there. That always takes quite a bit of work. We just unloaded some tongue and groove, and I'm headed up to cut lumber for the fellas. So why don't you come along? Well, it doesn't look like much, but we got quite a bit done. I'm going to stop at paper tonight and not put up insulation foam or the purlins because we're expecting more snow and it'll just be easier to clean it off without that there. So we stop for tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye.